Hello, everybody. Welcome to Planet Holistic. I'm your host, Todd Schaefer, and with me, as always, is my beautiful wife, Kira Schaefer. And today we have an amazing guest. We are very proud to say that today's guest on Planet Holistic is solo book author Felicia Shaviri. Welcome, Felicia. How are you today?
Oh, hi. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Todd. Hi, Kira. I am doing great. I'm doing great today. Thank you so much for having me on.
Felicia, woohoo! Felicia, you published a book with us, a solo book called The Nudge.
Life is calling.
Wake
up!
That's right.
I had the privilege of helping to edit this book. Actually, I edited the whole thing. And Felicia, I mean, there's so much I could say about this book. Before I go into that, it's a fantastic book full of incredible stories. And you have a real gift for storytelling.
Yes.
And before we dive into the details of the book, let me ask you first, what has been your experience as a first-time solo author with As You Wish Publishing?
Oh, my goodness. Where do I start? First, I'll start by thanking you so very much for letting me know that I'm a great storyteller. That feels really good. But in working with As You Wish Publishing, I couldn't ask for a better experience. I mean, really. Working with Kira from the very start was like, wow, yeah, she's the one. She is the one that's going to walk me through this. And then as I worked with you, Todd, I'm like, wow, he really likes the story and the editing. It was great. I would say to anyone, though, who's looking to publish their book, I've been telling folks all about As You Wish Publishing. But it's been great. I've had so many people that have begun to reach out. I mean, and the response, the reviews. I actually had to take a nap. I did. I had to take a nap the day the book launched. Kira was very excited. I was excited as well. But honestly, I was a bit overwhelmed because of the feedback. I mean, there were people who were reaching out to me on Facebook, sending the instant messenger, and I'm like, really? Where my story resonated with so many. It was mind blowing, because it was quite the journey to actually put it on paper and to have it turn into a book. It never started out to be a book. It was just what I was experiencing, and it turned into a book. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it was interesting when I messaged you and said your book is a #1 bestseller on Amazon in multiple categories. I don't think it got in there. And I mentioned to you, I was like, do you understand that you're a best-selling author right now? And you're like, huh? What? And I go, it's like a Beethoven, who is conducting the Ninth Symphony, and his friend has to turn around to look at the applause because he can't hear it because he's down. Right? Because he's like, oh, I did something good. It was so precious and beautiful to watch this unfolding with you. I just love you.
Yeah. It was exactly that. And I looked at the comment and it's like, oh, yeah, I guess, okay. And then internally it was like, just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Okay. Just go to sleep.
But yeah, no, it's been great. Just the invites, the other people that are reaching out. I have currently 3 other podcast interviews that are scheduled. I know, right? And then this morning I was speaking to one of the women who's coming to my event. She reached out to me and she says, have you ever thought about doing a book event in Nigeria? And I go, like, what? Oh my gosh, seriously? So we'll see what happens. But it's been great. It's been great. I'm really super proud of myself. I don't even really know how to quite describe that, because so many times I wanted to stop, but there was something that wouldn't let me stop. Mm-hmm. And, as you read through the story, it was tough. It was really tough because I was going against, the normal stuff.
Right.
I mean, but I just couldn't stop. And when I would meet someone, if I just felt it, I had to go that way. Even though it didn't make sense to anyone else, it made sense to me.
Felicia, you're, experiencing you and knowing you and reading your book and feeling your energy through all your stories, it feels like you're more than a person. It feels like you are a force.
Yes.
Like the force is strong with this one.
Yes.
I don't know what your path is in life, but I would venture to guess that you are meant to inspire people with your journey and your stories, because the energy in your book and the energy that you bring to the table is just incredible.
It's magnetic. It's really magnetic.
Absolutely magnetic.
Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks.
She is so precious because she doesn't take in the compliment, like fully take it in. But one of these days, Felicia, you're gonna go, oh snap, Kira and Todd, I feel it. I feel it. I got it. But I love your stories. Yeah.
You may be picking me up off the floor, though. I may just pass out.
Tell us, what is your favorite story in your book? Do you think, what is the 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or whatever?
Actually, I think they're all very close to me. They really are. But when I think about the book, the one that really, actually there are 2 that really stand out most. And one would be Chauncey, meeting Chauncey Beatty in the restroom in Seattle and having her write the foreword. She's the same person, and then all of the struggles. I didn't know what was happening, but I knew I was supposed to go in a direction, and then to end up meeting Liz 3 years later, and she's sitting behind me. I thought that was pretty cool, and she keeps popping up. She just continues to pop up.
And it's Liz Gilbert is who's Felicia's talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I just want to make clear because the synchronicity there and the nudge that kept bringing you and brought you to me and me to you was also the same synchronicity that ended up being that you and I was asked to be the pump up girl, I guess, for Celebrate Your Life, to get the audience pumped up. And I invited Felicia on stage with me before Liz Gilbert came on stage in front of whatever, 800, 900 women and a few good men. And so you and I are dancing on stage, having a blast, winded, completely winded. And then Liz Gilbert starts coming out on stage with us and is dancing with us on stage. And it was just such a great thing. And Liz Gilbert, guys, if you don't know who she is, she wrote the book Eat, Pray, Love, Big Magic. She's got a great book out now called City of Girls. And it was just it was a beautiful, fun, fabulous moment with Felicia out there on stage with Liz. Very cool.
Yeah, that was quite powerful. And even more so, I think, for me, because I shared that dream. I had a dream that happened. Not necessarily that Liz was there, but I shared a dream that morning with Janice Story, who's going to be in Phoenix, and Irina. And then next thing you know, hours later, I get a text from her and I get downstairs and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I texted you. I'm like, can you get on stage with me?
We did it. And we lasted. And I thought, oh my gosh, Liz is in great shape, right?
Yeah, right.
We'll be ready next time, Kira.
We'll be ready next time. Yeah, Felicia and I immediately followed each other instinctively to the water cooler while we faced the wall so nobody could see that neither one of us had started breathing fully yet. So good.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Felicia, your book is just incredibly inspiring. And it inspired me to read it. And I know that so many people are they already are, and more people will continue to be inspired by it. And the reason I think it's such a powerful book is that you were vulnerable enough to share your stories, and they're real stories that will cause readers to trust their stories and to be able to express them and share them and step up and just share that message, whatever those stories are, whether they're similar to yours or they're completely different. I mean, just being inspired to share what they've got to share because somebody else stepped forward and started sharing.
Yeah, Todd. And I have to tell you, that was really huge for me. This is really, really huge for me because growing up, I'm originally from Chicago, and I didn't feel sometimes that I was smart enough. Who are you to write a book? Why would anybody want to read your story? But I think along the way, as I was writing, a lot of times I got in my own way, because of that self-doubt. And so I had a lot of conversations with myself. And it was getting through those barriers. And then, and what I would say to people is exactly what you said, Todd, is just take a deep breath, just small steps, even if you just start journaling, you just journal what happened today, just a line or two. You don't have to sit for hours. And I know everyone has all different types of skill or techniques to offer you to do in your writing, but write the way it feels good to you. And because someone is waiting to hear your story. I never would have imagined that so many people were waiting on me or waiting on someone like me to share that. And for me, I was a very private person. I do have to say that as well. Having come from my career background and, working for the sheriff's department, I wouldn't tell anybody my business, but I talk a lot. I do.
Great advice.
This is so good.
Yeah.
What you just said was amazing. Is there anything you'd like to say in closing to people who are thinking about maybe writing a solo book, or people who are maybe right on the verge of getting ready to start writing a solo book?
If you are thinking about it, on the verge of it, I would just tell you to take your time with it. Don't rush in doing anything. And for sure, you guys already know, you have to get in contact with As You Wish Publishing for sure. But yeah, just take your time, but write a little bit. If you don't feel like writing today, don't write. But don't get discouraged. Just hold on, because there's a reason that you started writing. There's a reason that the thought crossed your mind. It's not just by chance.
Yeah. So everybody, Felicia Shaviri, SheRocksFitness, .com. Is that right?
Yes.
SheRocksFitness.com. And it's ROX, SheRocksFitness.com. And Felicia, you're amazing. Her new book is called The Nudge, Life is Calling. Wake up.
Yes.
You will not be sorry to get this book. Go out to Amazon right now, or you might be able to go ahead and contact Felicia, and she might be able to get you a signed copy. So
absolutely.
Isn't it nice when somebody offers that for you?
Yes. Well, thank you guys. It's been great. And thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much for being on Planet Holistic, Felicia. You are amazing, and we're looking forward to talking with you more in the future.
Okay, great. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.